Hi, thanks for checking out our channel. This is going to be a repair video on a Kencove EK13. This is a newest version of this unit. They came out with this latest version about 2-3 years ago. So now we're just starting to get some of these that are out of warranty, and it's not because of bad design or whatever. It's almost always related to either fence conditions, lightning, or environmental things, whatever, out there. I don't really get these in where they're just, bad design, faulty, manufacturing, stuff like that. So the note on it says only putting out about 300 volts. I put another charger, same model, in place of this one, and it works fine. So we've got issues on the output side. So let's go ahead and let's power this up. Now, if you've got one of these, you may have an older version. The older one was called a KF13000, a red case. And then went to a EK13 about 6 years ago or so. Looks like this one maybe have a red lens up here. This has got the clear one, so this is the later version. The old ones and new ones have about 50% same parts. The boards are a little different. Sometimes these have an extra board in it, which I think this one will. There's an extra circuit board in there on the AC side. Let's plug it in, turn the power strip on. Well, green light's flashing. See, this one does not have the lights down here. They've combined a lot of stuff that was on the output board over to the main board. So this has a red light. It also has another bulb inside there. You can barely see it. A little bulb right there to the left of that one. That will flash red when there's a problem. Or usually there's a problem. So it sounds good. Let's go ahead and we'll test it here with our tester just to see what we get. Well, you can't hardly see it, but it's not putting out anything. Let me go grab another digital tester just to see if we can get an actual digital reading on it. If you want parts for these, get a hold of me, and we'll gladly help you out with parts if you want to try to fix it yourself. But we do give free quotes. These things are like $400 or more for a new one, so it definitely pays to try to fix the old one. Let's put it up here. We'll see what kind of reading we get. Yeah, we're getting 0.6 kV. It's about 600 volts out of the thing, so we've got an output problem. Let's turn it off. Things probably usually put out about 10,000, give or take. Depends on the unit and such. But let's got the tool in there. We'll take the screws out the back. Sounds pretty healthy in the clicking sound. We got issues somewhere. There's our problem. This green wire that goes right here, plugs on here, is broke off. So, it might be a nice, easy, simple fix. Let's strip this back. Actually, I don't do first. Before we strip it back and crimp on a new spade connector, let's strip the insulation off of here real quick. And now I need a knife. There's a coating on this wire, like a varnish, and we've got to shave that off. That's get that varnish off there. So we get to the actual okay, let's put our tester. We'll grab the analog one real quick, see if that thing will work on it. Let's put on here and right here. Let's electricity to the same spot and see if this thing makes the needle climb. And the half power works as well. I thought these things put out higher volts, maybe they only put out 7. We'll put a digital tester on here in a minute, see what the actual reading is, get a better idea of it. But I think what transformers are, that little connection point was all that was wrong. Alright, let's plug that wire on there. Well, I was hoping this would be a little bit easier to diagnose, or not, a little bit more in depth on the diagnosis, but this was an easy one. Alright, so if you were wanting to diagnose this thing, figure out what the heck was going on this particular version, it's got 3 circuit boards in it. It's got one over here, one there in the middle, and this output board. So power comes into this one first. It's like your voltage. This is like a surge protector board, what this board is being used as. So it comes into here. This cord is for your remote control lightning protection thing. Comes over there and ties back into your comes over and ties back into your neutral side of your power cord. So basically it goes through this board, comes over to here. So if you plug your unit in and it doesn't come on at all, check power here first. See if you got 120 volts there. If you do, that means this board is fine. So it's making it through this board and getting to here. If you test here and you don't get 120 volts, then probably your problem's in this board. So what you can do temporarily, see if there's anything else wrong with it, you can actually unplug. You gotta unscrew these black and white wires, the ones that off the power cord. Unscrew and pull these off. Take this power cord and put it to here. Don't worry about this wire here. This doesn't matter right now. And then put it in here. Plug it in. If it goes to working, lights are flashing, clicking, putting out good voltage here, then this board's your only problem. If it still won't power up with this, you do have this, and you weren't getting power to come here, this board definitely an issue. And if it still won't pulse, 9 times out of 10 at that point, it's probably going to be this board. Could be this one, but this is the more dumbed down version. This board here, they took a lot of the crap that was on this board, chips and stuff, took it off of here and put it over here. So all this board has a lot more functions to it now. So then it's probably going to be in this big board here. This board does plug into it, but it doesn't have the functions it used to have in the old one. So they've simplified it repair-wise to narrow down problems. Is it this board? So, but that's how you can troubleshoot things a little bit. You test capacitor with a microfarad with a capacitor meter that can test capacitance. This is a 80 microfarad capacitor. These blue ones don't go bad that often. These are the good ones. These are the good capacitors that they use. A lot of the good brands like Cyclops and Gallagher and Speedrite use. Let's turn it on real quick. Let's put our digital fence tester across here and see what we get on this one. Yeah, see, we're about 10,000 volts, 9.7 kV. I thought this thing put out close to 10,000 volts. Alright, So this was basically done. We had a connection problem there. We fixed that. And now we're done. So we'll put the knobs back on. We'll get this cord unplugged from the power strip. Put the case back together. Put the screws in it, and we're finished. We'll move on to another one. I like these ones that are easy, like this one. It's not always the case. That's probably the easy ones like this are exception to the rule. They're usually not that straightforward. Usually we get them in where they flash, but they won't click, or they won't come out at all. That's usually the two things that we see when we get them in. But if you got a Kencove KF13000 or EK13 you'd like to send us for repair, there's some other model. They make the EK9s, KF9000, stuff like that. They make those. But we'd be happy to help you out with parts if you want to do it yourself, or if you want to send it to us, let us work on it. We'll be happy to take a look at it for you. But in the meantime, if something comes up, give me a holler. Like our videos, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, see you guys later on.